The University of North Texas has officially announced that it will be joining the American Athletic Conference in the coming years. Here's what UNT President Neil Smatras and Athletic Director Ren Baker had to say about joining the AAC.
This move means so much for the university, not just in terms of moving into a conference that's clearly prestigious, but in terms of the reputation and branding that it'll create for us on a national level. This is going to influence recruiting of students, it's going to influence recruiting of faculty, and it's going to make us a better place overall.
The American Conference has clearly established itself under Commissioner Mike Oresco as the Power Six, the sixth best conference in the country.
Let's hear what UNT students think about their school changing conferences.
I think UNT moving to the American Athletic Conference is a tremendous thing.
We're in a bigger conference now. We're going to be getting more money with TV deals, which allows us in turn to use more money for practice facilities like this, other things, even just something simple down to uniforms, branding, stuff like that. It allows us to get our name out there.
I think it's only positives from this point forward for UNT's program, both academically and athletically. When you're in Conference USA, you don't necessarily get the exposure that the American does, and the American Athletic Conference is commonly known as the Power Six. So I think knowing that you're moving to a conference with such a great reputation, I think it only helps UNT's national reputation.
In the last 5 years, UNT has had 4 of their highest winning percentages as a program. Athletic Director Ren Baker sounds confident about the program building upon that success in the American.
We plan to go in and resource our teams in a way that will allow us to be competitive.
Let's see if UNT students share that same level of confidence.
It's going to be a rough road for the first couple of years, and that's just how it goes when you go into any new conference.
Up front, it's going to be a little bit difficult because, again, you're joining the American and you aren't exactly used to that level of competition.
The football team's going to struggle the first couple of years because you're going from Conference USA opponents like Southern Miss, Middle Tennessee State, to teams like Tulsa, SMU, teams of a higher caliber.
I think in the long run it's going to be just fine because over time you're going to get better recruits because you're getting more exposure being a part of the American.
Catch tomorrow night's 6 o'clock newscast on NTTV for more on this story. In case you missed yesterday's newscast, the University of North Texas will officially be joining the American Athletic Conference in the near future. This new conference will put Mean Green sports on the national stage. The AAC broadcasts over 100 games of football and basketball each year, primarily on ESPN networks.
It's an opportunity for us to shine in the spotlight on our students, on our faculty, on our staff that are doing great work.
With the Mean Green playing on ESPN networks, fans will be able to watch the games from wherever they wish.
I think this is great for the school. Something that's going to be nationally broadcast is going to be huge for the school because that in turn allows you to get players, a Jalen Darden, a guy that was drafted in the 4th round because he had a lot of skill. He was on a little bit of that television that North Texas usually didn't get. I think you're going to get more players drafted, not just in football, but basketball, soccer, stuff like that.
It's going to help with the exposure because you're going to get that big-time TV network. You're going to get more notice because of that. You're going to get that national exposure, which can help with the TV deals, the money side of things, and the recruiting for the long term. And UNT, in the past, being a part of Conference USA, didn't get that opportunity.
For North Texas, the new conference will provide new rivals and new opportunities for fans to see their teams in person.
In the way that they geographically have selected teams as well, gives us a great chance to develop rivalries. There's a lot of locations where you can drive.
I know I'll be hitting the road for some Mean Green away games. Let's see who's joining me.
Absolutely. I look forward to traveling to some of these road environments for UNT sports.
It really depends on distance. It's going to be nice when we play a team like Wichita State just a couple hours north. Of course, SMU is right down the road. In terms of the other teams, probably not, just because it's expensive to travel. If the school provides some sort of bus like they do for SMU games sometimes, then likely, but probably not if it's anywhere outside of the DFW area.
The Mean Green are expected to begin playing in the American Athletic Conference in 2023. For NTTV News, I'm Justin Ballou.